Alright, it looks like we are on. I don't know how the heck this thing refused to charge even though I had it plugged into the wall the whole time. Because I know this thing is picking up power. I don't know. Let's see how well it holds. Well, anyway. Good Sunday evening to all of you. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening so far. We are going to be starting our game night show here tonight in just a few moments, but I'm sure you all would like to know first what happened with me today. Well, as you all might have guessed, I did do the county request this afternoon. I got that taken care of just after I had lunch. Well, actually, just before lunch, I got the county request done, took care of that. So now that's behind me. And if you remember in the county, if you saw the county request video, which I sure hope you all did, I showed off the new siren that the Village of Oak Lawn installed, and it's this. That right there is a Federal Signal 2001. I was going to show you the siren last night, but it was too dark, so good thing I waited till the next day to show you. So that's the siren that sits there now. There was again that old siren. I was telling you about it, how poor it was, and then they ended up finally replacing it after oh my god, I don't know how long they've had that siren there. I think it had been there forever, and it had been having problems for many years. And then they finally found a time to replace it. So it was after the severe weather awareness drill where they finally took action and did the siren upgrades. So, and if that siren looks familiar to many of you, it should sound familiar to many of you, because this is the exact same siren that lies near my house. Well, back at home. I'm pretty sure I can pull this over and show you on Google Maps here. Because, I mean, literally, that's the exact same siren. I'll show you both the siren that stood there. I'll show you both the siren that used to stand there and the siren that it replaced. Let me see if I can get the right imagery. Yeah, good enough. Alright, Drew, I know you're begging. I know you're begging for me. I know Drew's gonna be begging for me, so. And then, let's see. And of course, because this is brand new imagery, we're not really going to be getting the new stuff yet. Alright. So, this is the siren that used to stand where the 2001 sits now. And here's the same siren that sits by the police station. By the Joliet West Police Station. So yeah, that's a brand new siren. They just installed it like a week or so ago, so it's not going to be for a while until we eventually get street view imagery of the actual device. Alright, so with that, let's get to Ticket to Ride here. As you know, we normally do Ticket to Ride tonight, but we're going to do it a little earlier this evening to accommodate for the season premiere of the $100,000 Pyramid on ABC. It's going to be airing at 9 p.m. tonight. So this is not like our usual Ticket to Ride show. You know, we do it at 9 o'clock and whatnot. And because this is a special play along night, we're going to do 2 hours of games. And of course, we will be accommodating for the KDKA weekly, which we will be getting at the end of the hour as well. So, quite a lot of action we got going on here for you. So, but then other things we did today, well, I did today, that is. We went to the Home Depot. Why is the time incorrect? That isn't right. It is not 12 a.m. There we go. There we go. Now the time's correct. And yes, if you're wondering if I got the time flip, yes, I got the moment the clock flipped to daylight time. And I forgot to mention this too in the description of the Sunday video, but I did also get the last Central Standard Time and the first Central Daylight Time wordings. And it looks like this is a live Chicago Wolves game that Drew is watching right now. Yeah, that looks like a live Wolves game that he's watching. I just got done watching the return of AFV on ABC. So, I mean, there had not been an episode of AFV, a new episode of that, for, I think, let's say, about a month or two. It was because of the California wildfires, which is, you know, normally where all the filming of these shows normally takes place. Like a lot of these shows are recorded in Hollywood, just outside Los Angeles. And the wildfire really halted a lot of the production that's normally done. Yeah, I don't know if you heard it, but yeah, that was the Central Daylight Time wording. So, anyway. Yeah, so I did stay up. There was only one auto test I missed, but otherwise, pretty good nonetheless. Well, last night played out. So yeah, I did get all the auto tests, including the daylight time wording. Now I was going to move the list around, but I was thinking I'd rather wait until I get back home next Saturday, and then I'll flip the list then. So that's what I was thinking I'd do. So that's what we're gonna do. And of course, tomorrow we got our Minecraft show. We're going to continue construction on that expressway. We're actually almost done with the paving section of 902, so we're going to continue that. And then we're going to move on to the other parts of the expressway. Now, of course, the process is most likely going to move a bit slower because we're going to be doing this whole thing on mobile, so yeah, because we're going to be doing this whole thing on mobile, it's gonna go a lot slower. So I thought I just want to go and give the fair warning now. So, and then of course we'll be doing Play 18 after we do our 5 games of Ticket to Ride. That's oh yeah, I was going to get back to what else happened today. So, we did stop at the Home Depot to get some new light bulbs for the nightlight. One of the 2 night lights that my Nana has in her kitchen. It's kind of interesting that she ends up having night lights in the kitchen. So, I find that kind of interesting. But, oh boy. I am really going to have to get these monitors ready over the next few days. Because looking at the SPC Day 6, this explains why it says it's going to be set in the mid-70s on Friday. It's for this 15% slight risk that looks to be further south. So this will make it the official first severe weather event of the 2025 severe weather season here in Illinois. And of course, this slight risk won't be just happening here in Illinois. It's going to be happening in a lot of other places too, including the Quad Cities, almost all of Missouri, all of Arkansas, all of northern and central Louisiana, and almost all of Mississippi and all of western Tennessee. Those are the areas that are in that are in the day 6 slight risk. So I was going to get to that today, but I thought I'd rather just wait and just see how it plays out. I mean, it's not till the end of the week, so we've got a little bit of time, and I do have a lot of plans for tomorrow too. So yeah, I've got lots of plans tomorrow. As we're planning to go to the grocery store and get some stuff for my stay here, and then what else have we got going on? So yeah, the grocery store, and then I'm actually planning to head to Burger King for lunch. I was looking forward for the melt, but it doesn't look like the Burbank location carries the melt. I guess you can only find the melts at select restaurants, but we'll see if the Burbank. But we'll check anyway, and we'll see if the Burbank location has it. If not, I'll just get the double cheeseburger, which is kind of the normality of such when I get stuff from fast food, not just fast food, but any sort of place that actually offers cheeseburgers or burgers of any kind. So, but yeah, this is the first of 2. But then the following day, day 7, there looks to be a slight risk for the entirety of Alabama. So with the slight risk being for Alabama, I don't even think we're not going to be able to cover it. So because I want to focus on family time. So with this being said, however, I mean, anyone who usually monitors my station, for everything, I would suggest you find an alternate monitor source for the event. Coming up on Saturday. But Friday, we will be able to cover it. I mean, day 6, my God. And we are planning to do severe weather coverage on Friday. We will be covering the slight risk and all that stuff. But yeah, basically that's the plan tomorrow, is to get the groceries. Get the groceries, and then some other things, and probably after that maybe after that tomorrow, I'll start working on getting the monitors ready. Oh, now he's watching bowling. Is he rewatching the Illinois Classic again? As it sure looks like the Illinois Classic to me. Ralph Hallman Doubles Championship. Yeah, I know how much Drew likes bowling. Oh yeah, speaking of bowling, that's actually what I'm planning. That's what I'm actually looking to doing on Thursday. On Thursday afternoon, I'm gonna going bowling. But the question is, what lane are we gonna go to? I know there are several lanes nearby. The arena lanes off of Cicero, and then there's the Payless lanes off of Payless Highway, Southwest Highway. So there are a couple of options in terms of bowling alleys to go to. In fact, I haven't bowled in a while, so I'm looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to going bowling again. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to it. And there was actually a few other things I forgot to mention, mainly with the Home Depot. Like I was saying earlier, I actually, well, I didn't really get to see, but I heard two freight trains go by because the Indiana Harbor Belt literally runs right behind the building. Right behind the Home Depot building is the Indiana Harbor Belt. I saw the light, I saw the crossing get activated as we were pulling off of Ridgeland Avenue, and then as we were finishing up in the garden center, I heard a horn of another one as we were heading back into the store to check out. Yeah, to check out, which we did the self checkout too, by the way. And I noticed that they actually got brand new computers for the self checkout machines, because it still had the label, the diagram of the buttons. They had yet to peel that off, and it also had the Intel Core sticker, And from what it looked like it was the i7 processor, which is the exact same processor that handles my desktop computer back at home. By me, for a laptop and an 11th generation i5, that's perfectly good. I mean, that's a pretty good modern day processor for tasks of this particular kind. And with these new computers, I am of course going to make the assumption that those machines run Windows 11, unless they decided to downgrade them to Windows 10. And if so, hopefully they are running the LTSC edition of Windows 10 that is getting updates until 2032. So that's like a long ways away. So it's pretty amazing that they're still offering updates for Windows 10 for another 5 years. However, that's on an enterprise. However, that's only on an enterprise level, because those IoT Enterprise is suited more for kiosks, kiosk machines, and kiosk machines and all that kind of stuff. So but yeah, of course I have to accommodate for the catch-up games, and I have to got some stuff to go back on, and I'll take care of that after we finish Ticket to Ride here, and actually, and if we don't get that far, after we finish KDKA. So we'll see how far we get. So let me see. Was that everything? Let's see. The CSXs at the Home Depot. Plans for tomorrow. Tuesday, I'm not sure what I got going on, but what I do know is that this week is Severe Weather Preparedness Week in Indiana. So I'm kind of thinking about whether or not we will stream the Indiana tornado drill. Have decided yet if we're gonna do a live stream for it or not. I'm kind of thinking we should. But maybe I might want to start a poll on my main channel and ask my subscribers what they think, if they want to see a stream of the Indiana tornado drill or not. Because I really would like their opinion as to such. yes, Wii Sports Resort. I haven't touched that game in a while. Yes. Wii Sports Bowling. And maybe if I can allocate time on Wednesday, I might also be able to take care of getting the monitors ready. But this thing will go day 3 on Wednesday, so maybe I'll wait till then and then take that opportunity and get the monitors set up then. I think that's a better option. Wait till Wednesday to get the monitors set up. So what I'll just do is I'll wait for the what I'll just do is I'll wait for the thing to go day 3. And then when it does, I'll set up the monitors for it. I'll get the monitors set up for it. And then of course in the days leading up to it, I'm gonna double check and triple check and make sure everything's correct. And once it is all correct, then all we just do is wait till that becomes the day 1, and then we'll just apply all the monitors right then and there. And because we're moving the clocks forward, there was something I forgot to do. Hi, Nani. Join the Lawn of Oaks. Oh, that's actually not all. Because Virginia is going to be having their tornado drill that same morning. Oh, jeez. So Virginia is going to do their drill on the 11th. Did I even write Indiana down? I don't think I did, but I know. But I know now. So, of course, they're going to do the live code like they've been doing for many years. I assume Delaware is going to do their drill. Oh man, there's going to be and then there will be another set of drills on the Wednesday we're back home. So, I was going to flip Hawaii Public over to this will go to 4:55, and this will go to 7:55, as they do not observe daylight savings. All stations in Arizona go back to the Pacific time zone. And there are some other tests that I want that I need to adjust. But I will be spending all day Saturday getting that set up when I get back home, like I said. And tonight, after the pyramid concludes, I'm gonna get to work on uploading all the episodes, as I said, of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And I think we're on game 3 right now. Yeah, we should be on game 3. So, I will get to uploading all the episodes of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader tonight. The actual corrected copy, that's going to be a more updated. These are going to be more updated copies, mainly. Mainly the end credit sequence, because I had to make a few corrections. Some of the credit sequences came up too late, some came up too early, and the logo's audio things were out of place, so I had to do some correction on that regards. So that's why I had to take those 25 episodes down initially, but now I'm going to get back to work on that tonight, and I'm going to once again commence the upload process of those episodes. Of course, they'll only let me do 15 at a time, so I'm going to do as much as it'll let me. And then before we're done tonight, yeah, and then before we are done this evening, I gotta clear out all the stuff from last week, from earlier this week. And of course, Drew will be with us for KDKA. And of course, I have my 12996 in the other room. And of course, we'll do the KDK test on there like we have been doing. Like we have been doing ever since I got it, so. And then, of course, WHAS goes at 1:10 on Tuesday now. They must have changed their time. I'm not even going to bother checking all the other ones because their auto tests have already been done, so. Yeah, because their auto tests have already been done, so. But yeah, that's really everything that happened over the last several hours. However, you all can't see it, but of course it sounds like his dinner is ready. I mean, I had dinner half an hour ago while AFV was going. And speaking of dinner, I went ahead and finished up the leftover of the pizza from yesterday. So, I mean, I was thinking that that was going to go bad fast, so I went ahead and took care of the rest of it. And now that's done. And now it looks like he's switching to MLB The Show on the Nintendo Switch. But I can also see the case. Yep, MLB The Show 24 on the Nintendo Switch. But I can also see the Deal or No Deal Wii game. See, I can see that. See if it looks like he is going to have dinner. So he'll be back with us when he's done with that. Like I said, I already had dinner. And yeah, we've made plans for other restaurants that I want to have while I'm here. Let's see, BK I'm doing tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're gonna do on Tuesday in terms of fast food yet. Wednesday, well, you know what happens that day. Thursday, I think that will obviously be another outing day. Friday, not sure. I think we'll do Culver's on Friday or Thursday. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what we can work out. Yeah, we'll see what kind of thing we can work out. Or could do Culver's, but right now we're up for Burger King, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes tomorrow, and not just tomorrow, but the entirety of the week. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, at this point, that's really all the plans that I had mentioned. But I'm not sure if it was last night, but earlier today. But I actually came across a video showing a comparison between the best-selling Amazon laptop, which is I call it a crappy HP, because it's an HP 14-inch computer with 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, and an Intel Celeron with Windows 11. And of course, I also came across a 3189 and 3190 as well, both with the same specs. But the one with the Pentium, that was the one I remember my school having. So I was thinking maybe I might want to get that computer again, relive the experience. I mean, that's what got me into the whole 2-in-1 thing. So that's actually a computer I'm looking to. Seems to be on my bucket list again. I mean, I really would like to get that back in my hands. But I mean, that machine was given to me by a school, and I had to use it for the school year, and then I had to give it back before I graduated. So, I mean, as much as I would have loved to keep it, I had to give it up. But I mean, there's still a bunch of them floating around on eBay, so, or even some refurbished ones on Amazon. So maybe someday, if I end up showing any interest, I can maybe get a hold of those again. And I think I was looking at the Amazon renewal store, and I actually came across one of the most a machine that was even more powerful than those HP desktops at my college. 64 gigs of RAM and 2 terabytes of solid state storage. Let's see. Yeah, the Amazon renewed store. That's what I was looking at. So hopefully this is the right one. Yeah, and the bestseller is a iPhone 13 that's unlocked. And there's a 14 Pro, a 14-inch gaming laptop with 8 gigs of RAM and a few other options. There's one with 16 gigs of storage. Ooh, it's a Chinese knockoff. Oh my god, it's an Intel Celeron. There's no way you can game on an Intel Celeron. I would not want to game on a Celeron. It says Intel Core, but it says Celeron as a CPU model. And it just gives some of the specs and information. Well, you're not seeing it. Are we on Amazon US? We are. And there's some knockoff tablets. There's even a Samsung Galaxy S21 on Verizon. Or a Pro Max that's unlocked. Apple iPad 32 gigabytes. There is no way I can do anything with 32 gigabytes. So, if I just press this and tap visit the store. There we go. That's the page I've been looking for. My goodness, they even have a Nintendo Wii? I think a lot of this stuff is on sale. So yeah, it's one of the original Wii consoles. And you can scroll and find stuff by brands, by specific brands. There's a video on their store. There's a lot of stuff. PlayStation 3 controllers. You can go by the computer category. And let's see, what did I? Some of the more notable ones I found. An Optiplex 7050 that has a 7th Gen i7, just one generation off of being compatible with Windows 11. But it does have 32 gigs of DDR RAM and 1 terabyte of solid state storage. And of course, it would come with Windows 10 Pro. But then going higher up, like the i7, this one not only comes with 16 gigs of RAM, but 2 gigabytes of video memory and it would only come with 512 gigabytes of solid state storage. But in addition to that, and Windows 10 Pro, still, it'll also be it'll also be given the RGB treatment. So essentially, you're gonna get the RGB and all that stuff on the machine directly free of charge, which is pretty cool. And then there's some MacBooks here. Oh yeah, this is the one I was talking about, the Latitude Touch 3190. Well, this is not the two. Well, it says 2-in-1, but I don't think it is the 2-in-1. So this one has 128 gigs of storage, 4 gigs of RAM, and it says Pentium. So this is the exact processor line that my school had. This is the exact same one that my school had. Yeah, this is the one my school had. That my school had back in the day. Well, back when they still was when they were still using Windows 10. So this says Pentium, but on the description it says Celeron. I'm not sure what kind of model this was, what this is exactly going to be, but it says Windows 10 Pro. I actually came across this exact same model on eBay, and I found people have been putting Windows 11 on that, which is pretty bizarre. Pretty bizarre. And what else have we got here? A 7070 that has a 9th generation i7, so this machine does meet the minimum system requirements for, to run Windows 11, and of course, as part of the refurbishment, they are including Windows 11 pre-installed. Not sure from the factory though. Well, if it's just going to be a genuine copy of Windows 11 Pro, I'm not sure if they're using the product key embedded into the computer when it came out of the factory. If it's not a factory install, then what I'll just do is I'll maybe just take the service tag from the computer, and I take the service tag from it and use it to download the recovery media for its original factory install, and then just use that media to restore Windows 10 onto it. And considering this is a 9th generation, and that other one I had, that desktop machine, has an 8th generation processor, I think it'll most likely, if it doesn't come with the Support Assist recovery partition already, I'm sure it will most likely create one after I set it up. So we'll have to see what what comes out of it. If this is what if I ever end up getting this, but I mean, I don't really need, another machine right now. I mean, I've already got what I want. So, I mean, I already have the latest generation Intel. I don't need an older generation. I'm fine with the current times. I mean, I've already got the latest generation Intel chips. I mean, I have an 11th generation, I have a 13th generation, and I have an 8th generation. So I'm okay with it. This one is Wi-Fi 6, and of course it has Windows 11 Pro. It did originally come with Windows 10 Pro. But my college is going to wait till the end of the semester to update their systems to the rest of their computers to Windows 11. This one looks familiar. The exact same computer that my school used to have when they had Windows 7. It's a 4th generation i7. 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte of solid state storage, and then of course the i7 get a bit smaller storage capacity and whatnot. This one says it's not going to come with an optical drive, but I mean that's the future now. Computer manufacturers are not including disk drives in their computers anymore, which is too bad. But then we can go down, and then this is where we really get into the good stuff. it was this one specifically, an Optiplex Business and Home Use Tower Desktop. In fact, $1,200 for Intel Core i9 12th generation chip, 64 gigs of storage, 2 terabytes of solid state storage, and much more. And this even has an optical drive too, so this would have made for a good multimedia PC if I had $1,200. I mean, that would literally clean out my wallet if I had gotten that. But that Inspiron with 16 gigs of RAM, that's a start. That's a good start. That's good enough for me. I mean, I don't need a gaming powerhouse like an Optiplex. I mean, if I ever end up seeing one at some point in the future, then I would literally, I don't know what to say. I mean, wow. And of course it says, I don't know if it says it's going to come with Adobe. Then of course there's the audio jack, and then there's the back of it. And of course it comes with Ethernet. There was actually a similar listing of this that said it doesn't come with a Wi-Fi chip built in. This is another one that comes with it's an HP. It comes with a Ryzen 5. Yeah, it comes with a Ryzen 5, 64 gigs of memory, 2 terabytes of storage. And of course, Windows 11 Pro with Office. So, wow, this could make for a really good. This would make for a really good gaming PC. Then there's a Victus, which looks like the Victus that I know. Luke, one of the cousins of mine, has an HP Victus. He actually got it last year, same year. Well, not last year. He got it for Christmas of 23 as well, just like I did. I got a new Dell Inspiron desktop, and Luke got his HP Victus desktop computer in that same time period. But I'm kind of a little disappointed in the way how he's been handling the power on that thing. He's just been forcefully shutting it down instead of doing the shutdown process correctly. I mean, he has it all connected to a power strip like I do. I have it connected to a power strip, but he just goes ahead and shuts it down he just goes ahead and cuts the power to it instead of opening the start menu and clicking shut down. So that is but obviously I'm sure soon he will realize that if he keeps doing that, he's going to end up corrupting system files. Yeah, and soon he's going to realize that if he keeps doing that, then he's going to end up corrupting system files, and because he keeps improperly shutting it down, and then eventually it might get to a point where the system can no longer boot. Besides, I don't even know if that damn thing has even been keeping up with updates since he got it. I'm sure he's been following up. I'm sure that computer has been following up with it. And what's even more intriguing is that same family, that family computer is still on Windows 7. Yeah, it's still on Windows 7, and as you all know, it's been out of support for 5 years now. Well, technically two for enterprises. If the enter if the enterprise enrolled in the paid update program, where you could get security updates for up to 3 more years. That's exactly what Microsoft is going to do with Windows 10 this year. At the end of this year, that's what they're going to do. They're going to be providing businesses with, again, up to 3 additional years of support, and it's for mainly the professional editions, specifically Windows 10 Pro, 10 Education, and the other, well, basically any kind of Pro edition. Windows 10 Pro, 10 Enterprise, Education, and the Pro Education, Pro for Workstations, Workstation Pro, that kind of stuff. And consumers, however, are only going to get 1 year. Well, considering the XPS that I have does not meet the minimum system requirements processor-wise, do I want to take my chances and upgrade it to Windows 11? Or I can just stick around with Windows 10 for another 3 months. I mean, my 7506 laptop has been doing just fine without security updates for 3 months before it had to do a repair install of 23H2. And I should also consider moving to 24H2 as well. Alright, we're on game 5 now, the last game of Ticket to Ride we are playing. So, yeah, this will be the last year 23H2 gets updates. Because, of course, just like with Windows 10, each version of Windows 11 has 2 years of full support, full mainstream support. Because after those 2 years, they will stop making updates for that version. Well, that's talking on the consumer end. But then if we go to a more business environment, those were actually getting updates for another half a year. So they were going to get 2.5 years of updates if you're talking 11 Pro and 11 Enterprise and 11 Education and that kind of stuff. And last I showed off how there are still a couple of things that are still out of place in Windows 11. That being the on-screen keyboard, which is the exact same one from Windows 10. And although I didn't really get to show you it, the low disk space message is also still from Windows 10. So there are still a lot of UI changes Microsoft has to do before Windows 11 can even be declared complete. Like, when are they gonna finish? But, yeah. This is just some other third party. This one has a i9 chip, 32 gigs of RAM, terabyte of storage, Wi-Fi 6, 11 Pro, 10 USB ports. Looks like there's 4 on the front, and then I suppose there's more on the back. And it looks like that's a cover too. But yeah, going back to the power source thing, I only force shut down my system as a last resort. Should the OS freeze, should the computer freeze on me and don't allow me to go to the Control Delete Security menu or click Restart. If it doesn't do that, then I would only cut the power to it as a last resort. That's the only time I would cut the power unexpectedly to the computer, if the OS is frozen. Oh yeah, here's a... Yeah, this is the one he has, the Victus. With an i7. I don't really think I got to see the full specs of it, but I didn't really get to see the full specs of the machine when I was there. as I think we got to, as I think we visited Karen on Christmas night, and by then he had already opened it up and tried it out and set it up and everything like that. So, yeah. Um, Considering a new computer for the one I have, I mean, if it meets the requirements for 11, I'm sure it'll do fine for another several years. Or is it going to be time to upgrade to one of those Copilot Plus PCs? Well, maybe, but I mean, this could have played out a whole lot differently. Had I not gotten that HP computer that I did. Yeah, if I had not gotten this, it would have been $750 down the drain, along with a new laptop, along with potentially a brand new desktop. So, and what's this? A 512 gig external drive. Well, I have a 4 terabyte external drive with me right now, which again contains all the episodes of 5th Grader and everything. So I'm looking to get it again. As I said, but I mean, yeah, I'm just really intrigued by all these kinds of computers that I'm finding throughout all these shopping sites, including Amazon, Best Buy, and whatever. But I gotta say, I mean, the 11th Gen i5, I mean, it does get the job done. So, I mean, does it look like I'm gonna need a new laptop right now when it can do the job for me? Well, if it can do the job, then good. So, but the only thing I hate about it is the sometimes frequent crashes that it's gone through. I mean, it just spat out a bunch of error codes. I thought doing a factory reset would help, but it didn't change a thing on the OS side. But maybe it might be time to update to 24H2 on this, considering 23H2 is coming to an end. Something happened and we couldn't load your storage details. Well, that's because we don't do cloud storage here. Yeah, and I've paused updates on it until patch Tuesday, which is actually coming up this week. So, yep, of course, this week Microsoft is going to push out our monthly security updates for March of 2025. And then, of course, they're also going to push out the features that were being offered in the optional preview update. So yeah, I'll get to updating Windows. So I mean, I had to, of course, do the security updates. But then my other desktop, I'm going to have to, when I get back home, I'm going to have to do the security update then. So, but yeah, that is one of the plans I got when I get back. I will be doing the security updates and everything like that. So, but yeah, even better, a lot of these apps from Windows 10 still work on 11. And it still says support for Dell update ends at the end of 24. I wonder if Dell has stopped releasing drivers for this system, considering it's like 5 years old. So I mean, I had been getting updates on it throughout 2020. I think it was up to 23 or 24, and then I think they stopped. Maybe they are still pushing driver updates out, however, not as frequent for this system. I'm not sure what kind of support span they have in terms of drivers for computers, especially one like this. I don't know how often they release driver, like what their support period is for these drivers. Maybe about a year or two. No, maybe not really a year. I'd say 2 to 3 years, and then it says the system is up to date. but it's probably looking at it from a Dell update perspective because Dell had ended support for it, and they're not gonna. Your PC has not been optimized within the last 8 days. Well, we're going to get to that now. So, I just want to check and see if any software updates are available. All right. And this thing here. And OBS is. I mean, I set OBS on this thing to 30 frames per second and it's crashing now. It was not doing this before, so I don't know if it was doing this before. No, I don't think OBS did this before. Because when I was setting it up yesterday, the stream on it crashed like I think like 3, 4, 5 times. Well, not the program, but the encoder. It said encoding error, and it said encoder error detected, and it just stopped, and it didn't continue any farther from there. So I'm thinking maybe I just realized now this is a side effect of 24H2, where OBS can just run perfectly, but keep in mind, this HP I have only has 128 gigs of storage and 8 gigs of memory, which I mean, from my standards, not great. Preferably, I want a computer with at least 12 gigs of memory. Alright. It looks like that is as far as we can go here, because I know something is about to happen. Alright, let's exit that. And let's get this guy going here. Then I gotta go back on the other stuff, which I'll do after KDK test here. Alright, here's the Guam test.
This is only a test.
And there's Brian, awaiting the KDK tests now.
The civil authorities have issued a required weekly test for all of Guam and all of Northern Mariana Islands beginning at 9 o'clock p.m. and ending at 10 o'clock p.m. Test message I pause open Capia SV configuration test message.
There was this dumb dude on a former
Brian, what were you, I think I heard Brian mention about an accident or something.
Yeah, I was me and my dad were on our way to pick up a trailer, and we were near Hudsonville when there was a road. Hang on, let me send you an image. I want to send you an image of something.
Yeah. That's, it looks like it's about time for.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is what we witnessed.
Wow.
Yeah, so
A
like
rollover crash.
this was near. Yeah, we missed that part where it rolled over by minutes, but holy crap! There was what they had. They had this on. They had this on. There. I'm sending you multiple because, well, I don't try to spam, but still, I have to send you some because this is what me and my dad witnessed. I am excluding the part where I can't get a very good picture of the Ottawa County Sheriff.
Alright. Not sure if I can pick KK up on my 996. I'm not even gonna try it.
And then, anyways, back to what I was saying. Okay, so there's this user from Southeast Michigan who I thought was very cool. Apparently not, because I was told already recently to leave that one server because let's just say he was a. I'm sorry, but this may. You might want to age restrict this after this because it might contain a foul language.
Well, I'm not sure if I should because I mean I'm over 18 now, so. But I didn't even show the pictures anyway.
Okay, so there's a YouTuber who goes by the name
every day.
The following is a test
And
of
here's the
emergency
KK
alert
Weekly
system.
right now.
That's honestly not my concern at this point because it's the same thing.
This station serves the Pittsburgh Extended Operational Area. This concludes this emergency alert system test.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Yeah, you're not alone. A lot of people hate doing the spring forward, fall back thing.
180 is your solution with Awaken 180 folding.
Every year,
New 1 to 3
people are
month
tired
program
of
for
it.
fast.
That's why everybody wants to. That's why everybody wants to stop this moving forward.
Celebrates young adults ages 13 to 24 for making a positive impact in their communities. This year, the Shine Awards will host its premier ceremony on August 3rd. Nominations are open through March 15th for those
Yeah, some like this change, others don't.
academics, the arts, service and ministry, science, youth group participation.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard several bills tried to pass to stop this move forward, fall back thing.
Talking travel every Saturday morning at 11 on KDKA Radio.
Details at KDKARadio.com.
Sometimes you do because it makes you real safe. Sometimes it's just
Anger these days that it's overwhelming with
Yeah, most of all this stuff is fake news, as some of these outlets call it.
hate your name. Get Marty epitomizes that opportunity to help
Yeah, some of these outlets call them.
educate people. If you need me, get Marty at KDKRadio.com.
Get Marty is presented by Philip Luceni and Associates, Levin Furniture, UPMC Health System, CNS Construction, John Keefe Restaurant Group of Oakmont, and by Robert Pierce and Associates. The KDKA
Robert
AccuWeather
Pierce and
forecast
Associates.
is brought to you by JP Roofing
All right,
and
now for the
Siding,
Amplify
Pittsburgh's #1
theme. Then I gotta go back on the rest of the stuff, and then
Call 412-829-7711.
that will be.
Partly sunny, breezy,
And then that will take us to the end here, as the pyramid will be coming on soon.
36. Nice and even warmer tomorrow under plenty of sunshine. High 62. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Kai Erickson on 0.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I couldn't hear you. You were cutting out.
how come you always hang on. How come you always set comments to on when you live stream?
Good evening.
How come I set what?
Amplify, program that
How come I what?
There goes Drew.
Yep, because the KK Weekly and the Amplify theme have just went through. So that's it for that then. Now I'm just waiting for the
Hey,
regular.
Hey, Playfield, I'm sending you a ping.
As I was about to say, I'm waiting for the Red River iPods test to come go through, and then that's it. And that will be the end of that. Oh my goodness, this Optiplex! I could have taken that home instead of letting it go. to
EA
waste, but-
Sweather 2002 said, at CPT Plainfield Studios, why do you always usually set comments off when you stream?
When I set comments off. Well, that's a good question. That's a pretty good question. I have it off because I want everything done in the live chat. I prefer everything to be done in the live chat rather than in the comments section. For those of you who are asking. Yeah, I prefer all comments on my streams to go through the chat rather than the comments section. Yeah, I mean, I had this change previously. But But yeah. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah. Remind me of, I don't know what the name is, but it's from Vogelware. No, it was great. Yeah, great.
I see. But yeah, here's the other computer I'm going to be doing work with in a little bit. But you may notice why is it saying 100 and where's the battery? Well, I should have considered this earlier, but I'm finally doing what I did with the Lenovo ThinkPad the last time I was here. Take out the battery and just run this strictly off of the power source. That way I don't have to go constantly plugging in, unplugging it, plug it in, take it out, plug it in, and whatnot. I mean, it gets kind of annoying, and that kind of causes downtime for my station. So I have to do what I have to do what's best. So that should then maximize.
Over hauling Grayville in Berrien County.
In Berrien County, Michigan.
Yep. That's what he told me. He told me that in the car before we went to Wyoming. And what's funny is that I watched this guy on YouTube that goes by the name of Devin Sullivan, and he does walking tours around Grand Rapids. Because personally, I'm a talking crosswalks fan, and I always have been into crosswalks pretty much half my life, but I usually listen to opera because classical music is what got me into opera.
Yeah, classical music. That's pretty much what I wake up to every morning now on WFMT.
Yeah, what's funny.
And I started doing it just to see if they were going to do a weekly at like 9 o'clock in the morning, like WETA Classical does over in DC.
Yeah, and then funny story. I remember when I was I was probably around 5 or 6, but I remember this one Sesame Street classic where the way Pavarotti was using the Woman is Fickle song for Mr. Noodle's brother Mr. Noodle to lip sync to, because they used the one from conductor Richard Bonning.
Yeah, let's see if I can find the crosswalk in question, because as Brian commented on the crosswalk when I showed it off in a season 2 episode of the Downers Grove series. I'm not sure which episode it was. All right. Go ahead with what you were saying, Brian.
Nothing. I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, I guess he was just rambling off stuff. So, Intermodal was the season premiere. But, this was the season finale. Trying to see which one it was where I showed off the crosswalk. Can't remember if it was July or August, whichever episode it was. It wasn't the first because we had something else planned that very day. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I can find. I mean, I can't even remember. It's just been so long. But yep, season 3 of Downers Grove is coming. As the weather's getting warmer, that big day's getting closer, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to bring Downers Grove back for another year. So, Oh yeah, and this is the... Oh yeah, and of course the 355 video I have been watching several times today. Getting a good look back at our theme that we had used. And there's Red River. The third of their 3 iPOS tests that they do for some reason.
Red River Regional
Yeah, for some reason they do 3 iPOS tests on the same day. I don't know why they do that, but they do. And then I gotta go back on the other stuff, and then that will wrap this little video up. Then all I just need to do is go back on WLS and JON. That's really all I need to do. So.
What's going on?
Oh wow. A lot more stuff I gotta go back on. Should be good on the cap side things. And then we have. I gotta. So yeah, then I gotta go back on the rest of this stuff, and then that will be the end of this. And then that will be the end of the Sunday video. Oh yeah, I enjoy this. I enjoyed this old theme song as well. The theme song that I used following the channel's anniversary. I really like it in this ultra low tone, I guess I can call it. It actually sounds even better this way than the original, from my point of view, but somebody else's point of view, it might be different.
This is what happens. This is what happens right here on my plane when you get rammed by stupid cars that block your way.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other things I still have here, including printer unboxings from HP, some going out of business ads, a compilation of trains, railroad crossings, the entirety of the Stampy's Lovely World series, the complete series of Paramount bloopers by Taylor Enterprises, along with the original Logo to bloopers series, the Thomas and Friends bloopers. I have not done a rant at all. I don't think I've done a rant, but I mean there was actually I think like 1 or 2 I was considering. One particular one was why the NWS discontinued the live TOR code for the statewide tornado drills. Well, it hasn't been discontinued altogether, but Indiana, Kentucky, and West Virginia are the only 3 remaining states that. That's right. That's what I was going to. That's what I've said. That's what I said earlier. Indiana's drill is going to be on Tuesday morning, and I mentioned earlier that I'm considering doing a live stream for the drill. Considering doing the live stream for the drill, but in terms of weather radio stations, I actually have a few options in mind, and I was also thinking maybe do it on TV too, because this is going to be considering they're going to use the live code.
The only time when I do day-and-night 34.1 is when I do the Florida weekly test holiday. But when I
So yeah, I was thinking about Court TV, which I'm not sure if they relay TORs for Indiana, but I'll look through I'll look through Northeast Illinois EAS's capture collection and see if he has caught them relay stuff for Indiana, and if so, then maybe we'll get an offer there, or maybe WPWR, because they come out of Indiana. So I was thinking maybe I might get the drill on. Maybe I'll get the drill on there, considering that comes out of Indiana and they take the live code. They should take the live code, but we'll have to see if they do. Otherwise, I'll do Court TV, but I'm gonna take a good look. In terms of other stations that I'm planning to do for the drill, of course, KW39, KCZ81, and KJY62, which, as I explained last night, I can pick up more from here than at home. What else am I going to do? KC74 out of Indianapolis. WSJ 57 out of South Bend. Well, basically every weather radio station that covers Indiana, including Evansville and New Albany, and then, as I said, Court TV.
I got a huge issue. I have a very interesting issue I have to complain about.
My goodness, what would that issue be?
I'm trying to figure out how the hell you silence a goddamn G-Storm when it asks face for words.
The G-Storm? I've seen that thing. I've seen that thing, but I don't have it. I don't have it in my...
I've been trying to press the volume to all the button I would press, but nothing worked.
Something tells me that must be a very similar issue to a different device. More particularly those older Radio Shacks. The 12262 and 521, those two particular ones. I've seen on those where the buttons would stop working. I've seen that happen on many models. Yeah, on so many models in particular, I've seen it stop. I've seen the buttons stop responding. I don't have any of those. I'm not sure if the 519 does the same thing, but if that's the case, so far mine hasn't done that yet, which is good, which is pretty good news, especially since I've had it for like 6 years now. 6 years? I've had that thing for 6 years? I'm not sure how much longer that thing will last, but all I of course know, it's not going to last forever. That's what I know for sure. But yeah. And then I was earlier talking about the severe weather event that's coming on Friday, and yeah, Friday later this week, and yeah, all that. So here's what's left at the dinner table after tonight. One cabinet, there was a box of Chips Ahoy, cookies. I don't think it's in this cabinet specifically. Yeah, I don't think it's in this drawer. But it might be in a different drawer.
Because if you listen closely to, like, you know, let's say you take a very long time to walk, and you did, let's see what would be a good example. Verdict and, Fine. I remember, here's a funny story. So, my mom and I would come out I used to do it every year, right? And there's a you can typically hear the crosswalk countdown in some parts, but sometimes you won't hear it because they have this Polara button, but it has this. I think it has a depressed voice because it doesn't sound like the actual Polara N2. Because I watched this guy called Travel Explore USA or whatever it's called, and it shows the scenery of the Kalamazoo, in which I once commented on there, explaining about the Kalamazoo State Theater that was closed because it was either trying to find a new. Yeah, it was because it was because of the new owners that's they were waiting for new owners because they were supposed to finish their 24-25 lineup.
Yeah, to finish their shows for the 24-25 fiscal year.
Yes. But here's the thing though, I always wanted to film one of these because they have a countdown because I actually watched a video from Wood TV that they were covering that one thing about the stepping up on police safety or something like that, and if you listen very closely at the beginning of the news story, you'll hear the crosswalk that says "Walk signs on, Ross Howard."
Well, that's actually. I don't think that's actually how it sounded like when I came across the talking crosswalk in Philadelphia and the talking crosswalk in Downers Grove. That I'm sure.
No, here's the thing though, it was from a Polara N2 button though. That was made from 2006 to 2011.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah, this was the moment I suspended the audio DG process after the national anthem.
Which talking crosswalk were you about to mention? Are you talking about the one in Downers Grove?
That one. Yeah, Downers Grove on Main Street. That's one of the new crosswalks that they had recently.
It doesn't say Main Street.
Main Street. Walk sign is on. Yeah, that's what it says. Let's try and see if I can find that. See if I can find that moment again.
They had an audible countdown.
Not sure if that specific model that I saw does, but
you know what? 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, I don't think these crosswalks did that. I know it was season 2. That was season 1. This is season 2. This would be the second episode of the second season. I really like the first trains that I caught at the beginning of the season, especially the Metra Express as we were about to turn to Burlington. And that was actually my first encounter with the 709 Express. That's what it's called. So I don't think it was this episode. It's obviously not this one.
You know what my teacher did?
What?
so one day, I don't know, I think it was during when we were wearing face masks, but one day, I was doing my work, and I heard there were two girls in my school. There were two girls in my school. They were about to pick a fight. Like, oh my god, bro.
I don't think I've ever encountered that moment in high school.
You know, and you know what it reminds me of? One time I actually had a worse experience when I was in a different school because I was getting bullied and they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's kind of disrespectful when they don't acknowledge that kind of.
I was dropped out for a year.
Yeah, when they don't acknowledge that kind of thing.
I was dropped out for a year, but I came back.
Yeah, I think I remember I heard state colleges. I shouldn't really say state colleges anymore. Southern PAWX's parents. I think I remember a community post from him saying that he got bullied, and I think his parents took him out of his school.
You know what he once said in the post?
Oh my goodness, what is it?
He wants said to
Wait, Main Street. Wait, Main Street. So it was actually the third episode of the season. It was actually episode 4 of season 2 where I showed off that crosswalk. But we'll see what kind of a different experience season 3 will hold when I start that later this year. I could theme my layout to Downers Grove, but I'm leaning more toward Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. That's where I'm leaning more towards, because I introduced myself to that rail cam last year, and kind of fitting too that it's already been a year since it'll be soon. It'll be almost a year since the CP 2816 Empress special went through. And just looking back at it now, I kind of feel sad I missed it, that once in a lifetime train being in the US, but at the same time, I'm very grateful I got to see Big Boy 4014 in person. I mean, it's too bad I didn't get to see it go, actually pass by, but I mean, hey, if I could have told my parents that we could go down to Rochelle and watch the Big Boy leave, or maybe watch it go through DeKalb, that would have been amazing. It's too bad I didn't get to see a train go through DeKalb, which was kind of disappointing. I was hoping I would get to see one, but unfortunately, that's the reality of the Geneva subdivision on a Sunday. You don't really know what you're going to see. I mean, it was that manifest that we saw was like the very last one. That was like the very last one we've seen, and then that was it. that's the episode there. Alright. Now I have some stuff to go back on, so let me for a moment. How do I turn? I swear I put a streaming mode hotkey on this. Let me set it really quickly. Keybinds. Record keybind. Add a keybind. S for toggle streamer mode. Record keybind. No, edit keybind. Use that one instead. Okay. There we go. Now if I toggle it, that should silence notifications. Alright. Let's go back on these while we still have a chance, and then it's going kind of slow, but okay. Alright. Where do we begin? Let's start at WMLS. And take care of the flash flood warning that's there.
The National Weather Service in Tallahassee has issued a flash flood warning for southwestern Jefferson County in Big Bend, Florida, southern Madison County in Big Bend, Florida, northwestern Taylor County in Big Bend, Florida, until 9:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
And before the pyramid comes on, before I forget, actually, let me flip the background to Nani. Because I know how much he likes the lawn of oaks. I can tell he likes it. He loves it.
Hazard, flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source, radar. Impact, flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include
Clear all the stuff out from earlier in the week.
Shady Grove, Woodley Hall, Nash, Caps, Hawkina, Thomas City, Hopewell, Wessissuck Springs.
Oh yeah, just right. This was last week's random character extravaganza.
Be aware of your surroundings and do not drive on flooded roads. Repeating, a flash flood warning.
Actually, I might want to try it again because I think it kind of went out of sync. Now, I'd like to finish this catch-up process before the pyramid comes on.
Issued a flash flood warning for southwestern Jefferson County in Big Bend, Florida, southern Madison County in Big Bend, Florida, northwestern Taylor County in Big Bend, Florida, until 9:15
Oh my gosh, yeah, we had fun with that last week, and especially Friday night. Although it wasn't as fun as last week's, but hey, it was still fun nonetheless. Starting with the @ symbol. Yeah, they're called @ symbols and other random characters.
flash flooding of small streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Madison, Greenville.
Hey, yeah, it was kind of funny how I discovered that I could set a puzzle with an ampersand and with opening parentheses and @ symbol and underscore, and it'll all be categorized as letters. That was kind of silly. Alright, that's all we need from here. Because we're just going to go to WJON and take care of the rest. So let's just go to WJON and take care of the rest of this. Alright, this is the last one, and that should be it. And then that will most likely take us to the end of the show here, since we have about 15 minutes left until the pyramid comes on. Like I said, I did watch AFV before we started here. Now I'm gonna get to watching. Then I'm gonna get to watching Pyramid soon after we wrap up here. Which again starts at 9 and goes till 10. So I'll stick around tonight and watch the Pyramid. When that's over, I will get to uploading the episodes of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Yeah, I'm gonna get around to uploading all the episodes of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader over, starting from episode 15, and then working our way all the way through episode 95. I'm gonna start right after the first set of auto tests. Alright, that should be it. Where did this come up? I think there's a few more we're missing now. I see I'm missing a magic test. There's a few more things I'm forgetting too. Alright, so I'm gonna go back on these now. That's one. And then the test. Alright, so upon checking, this should be the last one. And then I just need to put them all together, and that will be it. And then this will be the last thing, and then that will be it. So, yep, and then we're going to get ready for the pyramid, and then that will wrap things up for today. Well, for our show. But then, of course, we have our Minecraft show tomorrow. We hope you'll join us for that. Oh wait, there's one more. There's one more. And then after this, that should be it. And then that should be it after this. Alright. That should be it now. Yep. That is it. That is the end of it. I'll go ahead and disable the streamer mode now that I have finished that procedure. So, let me go ahead and put in the rest of this stuff, wrap this Sunday video up, and then that will be it. And then that will be it for tonight. Alright, so. So after I make these additions, that will be the end of this. p.m.
Nighttime. Between 1 and 4 inches of rain. It's a flash flooding of source radar.
And then this guy, which happened not too long after. This guy then is in the right place. This one was 1:03 p.m. So this will go at the very beginning. And this one was 3:12 p.m. So after these changes and additions are made, that will be it. And this one was 6:36 p.m. Alright, and this one happened before the evening iPause test. Beautiful. Okay. And let me now check Comcast one more time and make sure that I've got everything I needed. And that's it. All right. And with that, that's a wrap, folks. So I'm going to export it. All right. I'm going to get the Sunday video, the rest of the Sunday stuff up in just a few minutes, a few short minutes when that's done. I'm going to get to the backup process of the videos while the pyramid is on a commercial, while the pyramid's on a commercial break. And as I said later tonight, I'm going to get to work uploading all the episodes of Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader again. So that is what the plan is for tonight. So, with that, as I said, that's it. So, we'll be back with you tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. when we continue the construction of that Minecraft freeway we have been working on for so long. We're going to get back to work on that tomorrow, and we hope you will be with us for that. We'll start at 4, and we'll try to go till 10:30 tomorrow. Roblox on Tuesday at 4. We'll see what we can do on Wednesday night. Thursday, backyard baseball during the night. And then Friday, coverage of the severe weather outbreak. And then Saturday, nothing. Although something is expected in Alabama. But I'm going to have to go back on whatever John monitors and whatever John gets and whatnot. So, as I won't be. So, as I said, with that, we're done. We'll be again back tomorrow for our Minecraft show. And again, we hope you will be with us for that. But until then, thank you for joining us for our Sunday play-along show here tonight, as I'm going to get ready for the $100,000 pyramid, which will be coming on in just a few minutes. So with that said, we'll be back tomorrow for our Minecraft show. But until then, we wish you all good night.